Are you ready to move, but you don't know if you should sell your current home first or buy the next one? Let's talk about it because the order really matters. Selling first may give you access to equity, but it can also leave you feeling rushed to find the next home. Buying first may give you more control over your move, but you have to know whether you can qualify and where the down payment is coming from. So, what are your options? That's exactly what we're going to walk through today. Some people sell first, some people may be in a position to buy first. Before you decide, you should answer 3 questions. Where's the money coming from for the next house? Can you qualify while you still own your current home? And how long could you comfortably carry both homes if your current house doesn't sell right away? Those 3 questions help us decide the right order. So let's start with selling first is the option most people already know. You sell your current home, you receive the proceeds, and you use the money towards the next house. The benefit is that you know exactly how much money you have available. You have paid off the mortgage on your current home, and you may not have to qualify while carrying 2 house payments. But the downside, you may feel rushed. Once your house sells, you have to figure out where you're going to live. You may have to move into temporary housing or temporary rental. You may have to store your furniture somewhere, or you may find yourself choosing a house because you need somewhere to live, not because it's the right house for you. That is what we are trying to avoid. Selling first may be the safest option financially, but it's not always the easiest option when it comes to the actual move. So what happens when you want to buy first? You still have options. The first way you may be able to buy without selling is using a HELOC. A HELOC is a home equity line of credit. It allows you to borrow against some of the equity in your home you already have. You may be able to use the money for down payment and closing costs on your next house. Then you buy the next house, move in, sell the current home, and use the proceeds from the sale to pay off the original mortgage and the HELOC. Now, I know that sounds simple and it can be a good strategy, but here's the part people miss. Having enough equity doesn't automatically mean you can buy the next house first. We still have to make sure you qualify. Depending on the loan program and your situation, you may have to account for your current mortgage payment, then the payment on the HELOC, and the payment on the new house. That is why I do not start with asking how much equity you have first. I want to know the whole picture. I want to know if the whole strategy works. Can your income support the payments? How much money you have left after closing? Do you have reserves? What happens if your current house takes 60 to 90 days to sell? Because we are not going to create a financial emergency trying to make a smoother move. The beautiful thing about a HELOC is that it may give you more control. You can buy the next house, you can move, you can get settled in, then you can prepare the current house for sale without trying to pack and move everything all the same day. But a HELOC is still debt. It's not free money. It's a payment and the interest rates may change. So we have to make sure it all fits the complete plan. Now, another option is bridge financing. A bridge loan is temporary financing that helps cover the gap between your current house and your next house. It allows you to access money for the next purchase and then pay the bridge off when your current home sells. This makes sense when you have found the right house and need to move quickly. Maybe the seller is not willing to wait for your house to sell. Maybe you're in a competitive market and you don't want your offer to depend on the sale of your current home. A bridge loan may help solve that timing problem. But again, we need to take a look at the entire plan. Bridge financing is temporary. The cost may be higher, and you need a clear plan for selling the current home and paying back the loan. A bridge loan can give you speed, but you do not want speed to create unnecessary pressure later. That's something to consider. Now, here's the other option for someone who needs to sell but doesn't want to move immediately. You may be able to negotiate a rent back agreement. What this is you sell your current home, you receive the proceeds, and you remain in the house for an agreed upon time after closing. This may give you a few weeks to close on the next house and move without rushing. Now, the buyer has to agree. That's the key. And their lender may also have requirements about when they have to occupy the property. So it's not a guarantee, but it's an option. But when the timing is close and you need a little more time, a rent back may help. This is still a sell first strategy, but it may solve the part that makes most people nervous. You receive the money from the sale without having to move out the same day. So which option is the best option? The key is looking at your numbers. If you have enough equity, enough income to qualify, and enough reserves to manage both homes temporarily, buying first may give you more control. If carrying both homes will put too much pressure on your financing, then selling first is a smart move. And that's okay. The goal is to put you in the best financial situation. So before you make the decision, ask yourself these 3 questions. Where is my down payment coming from? Can I qualify while I still own my current home? How long can I comfortably carry 2 housing payments? And what is my plan if my current home takes longer to sell than expected? Those answers will tell you a lot. So let's look at the bigger strategy. This is the situation I see all the time. Someone is ready to move in, they have equity, they have stable income, but they are sitting still because they still believe that selling first is their only choice, which is not. Once you look at the value of your current home, the mortgage balance, the expected payment on the next house, and then the amount of money that you'll need to keep in reserves, then you can put the right decision in order. Sometimes a HELOC is the answer. Sometimes it's a bridge loan. Sometimes it's selling first and negotiating additional time to move. And sometimes selling first without trying to connect the 2 transactions is still the best financial move. The strategy is not to force one option to work. It's to look at the whole situation and make the best option work. That is the O in frog method. Own more. But owning more is not just about collecting properties. It's about using what you already own to create more options. Your current home may help you build equity. Now the question is whether that equity can help you make the right move. By the way, if you haven't met me, my name is Fannie Mae West, and I am a money strategist who happens to do mortgages. I help families make mortgage decisions that create stability, options, and the opportunity to build wealth. This is also the type of strategy I teach in my book. Mortgage is the vehicle and wealth is the destination. If you are ready to move but you don't know whether you should buy first or sell first, start with the numbers. But most importantly, I can help you. Schedule a 15-minute complimentary wealth session with me at book.fanniemaywest.com. We can look at your equity, we can estimate your payments, and help you determine which order makes the most sense for you. Because at the end of the day, I want to help you move with the right strategy. If this video was helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with someone that needs it. See you on the next video.